friends, we're back from thrifting. Okay, so I want to do a style up on the front entryway, our front porch area. We're in March still. So here in Illinois in Garden Zone 5, we are not going to be able to put real plants out yet. We will have nights down past freezing still and probably get some more snow. But I just want a little nod to spring. Okay, so before we start decorating, though, let's go back earlier in the day, and I want you to go with me to Home Goods and Goodwill. So we're at Home Goods now, and I love to check out their spring plants, planters, decor items. They had some gorgeous greenery, faux greenery in. Looked very realistic, a lot of it. Very nice quality. Some of it, when you looked at it, you wouldn't even be able to tell if it was real or faux, and it even felt like it had a texture to it of just a higher end quality. So I'm just really happy with how faux flowers have upgraded over the last few years and are looking more and more realistic. Now, a lot of the brand name tags on the faux flowers said Martha Stewart, and it also specifically said UV resistant. So if you've had any luck with this brand and it lasting outdoors well for you, leave us a comment below and let us know how resistant it is to the weather. Then I headed over to Planters Statuary at Home Goods. That cute little rabbit I was looking at, I debated about him for a little while. But they had all different kinds of different planters. They had the terracotta, of course, and more of the stone, a lot of wicker this year. Then these white ones, they were like a marble. They were super duper heavy and pretty terracotta, but I did notice on their terracotta type pots and their pottery pots, they do not say that they are frost resistant. So if you opt for going with something like that, keep that in mind that if you're in a um, zone that gets super cold in the winter time, you would need to store those pots or they'll crack. Looked for a new spring rug for our outside front porch. Then I seen pretty mirrors. Wanted to show you those. So if you're looking for a pretty French style European mirror for indoors, they had some gorgeous mirrors. I purchased my mirror there a year or so ago for my makeup room. If you're interested in seeing how we DIY'd the makeup room to create it and want a tour of it, leave me a comment below and I could make a future video about how to achieve this look for a fraction of the cost. Now, I don't know if you've seen this brand at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, but it's the World Traveler brand. And so this spring it has like that blue butterfly tag on it. So anything that had that blue butterfly tag was that World Traveler brand. And they have some really unique things in that for indoor, outdoor. And I did have to laugh when I seen these. If you have your lace type doilies and table runners back in the day, it looks like they're coming back around again. They had those out. This was a pretty lavender table runner that would look nice either inside or outside. But there was just so much to look at just in this one little aisle of stuff. They had things tucked in the shelves and behind. I did notice on a lot of their pots, though, a lot of their planters, to me, they felt like they were very delicate. And so I don't know how well some of these would hold up outside. Now this one I thought was very cute and would look really gorgeous with some geraniums in it. I always like terracotta with that scallop type edge. It was super heavy, this one was, but it was not frost free. So again, you just want to keep that in mind that if you're going to keep it outside, you need to have it frost free in cold zones. Seen this mirror on clearance and I actually thought it would look nice out in the garden. Now, if you caught my last video, you know I was talking about furniture for the garden house. So I did spot that, but it was a little bit pricey for what I was looking for. I did like how they color blocked everything. So if you're looking for a certain color for your garden area,
You could go right to that color and see everything they had to offer. And they did have a whole aisle of wreaths for front doors and different areas of your home. These tulips were absolutely gorgeous. They look so real. And then they had some cute little water cans too in different colors and designs. Now we're getting ready to head on to Goodwill. I hope you enjoyed hanging out at Home Goods with me and checking out the beautiful spring decor. So now we're at Goodwill, and one of the first things I spotted, this was brand new. It still had the tags on it, and I thought that was cute. And of course, I always head over to Wicker and look at the wicker baskets and different ideas for planters and looking for quality baskets that we can repurpose, maybe even spray paint if we wanted to. And then I look at faux flowers and they did have this day when I visited quite a few planters that they had in stock. Headed over to candles, and they had some pretty crystal candle holders. And in the bigger pot area, they had a couple of big pots. Really wasn't my color though, but really nice pots. And then I found this plant stand. Wouldn't this be cute? It needed to be reworked, maybe some paint on it or something different, and just some nice furniture too for the patio. A little, and that was one of those high top tables and then higher bar stools. Thought this was a cute little leather chair for somebody. And then a gorgeous little mirror that you could paint any color for out in the garden. Then I went over to little decor items, and there was a cute little bird and a little rabbit for in the Easter section, in the spring section. I looked at him and then checked out their other rabbits that they had, and then looked at some faux flowers that got mixed in too. See this wallpaper and was trying to decide if there was a project I could use that on, and then didn't even realize that they had stuck this yard decor.
So let me show you what I found thrifting today. And not all this is for the porch. This is just things I found when I was thrifting. Okay, I found a basket, and I'm going to use that up on the porch, I think. And I may give it a spray paint too. I thought it was a nice size, nice shape. And we'll see what we do with this. I found a cute little bird. I thought he would look springish. He's actually like a tea light holder, but I'm just going to use him like this. I'm not going to bother putting a tea light in him. Brand new. I found this, and it says Christmas traditions on it. It looks like this will come off, and it's got beautiful diamond crystals all the way around it. It's a champagne bucket. I'm thinking that this would be really pretty next year at Christmas time, and put a cute little tree in it, a poinsettia, faux flowers. I don't know. We'll come up with something for that in the future. As I was getting ready to leave from Goodwill, I found this. I thought this was kind of cute. It's like a stick to go out in the garden that you can put like bird food in for birds. But I was just going to use it as a decor piece out in the garden. I found a pillow at Goodwill. Kind of looks like the tags have been cut off of it, but it reminds me of like Tommy Bahamas type style. But I like the stripe on the back, and I thought this would look more springy because I'm trying to do some green up front for spring. And I did get a rug at Home Goods, and it's not the same green, so we may not use it. But I figured, and sure enough, it would match my pillows in here. So it does go in here too, but I do need to wash that first. And when I buy thrifted pillows, this type here does not zip out, and it's just the polyfill. I'll throw this whole thing in the washing machine and wash it, and then hang it up to dry on the clothesline inside, and it dries fine. Or I'll lay it across my drying rack to dry them. And so I do wash the pillows when I thrift them. I picked up this thrifting, and it's just a faux little plant, and it was from IKEA, but I thought that would be cute, and it's just real plasticky, but would look cute up front. And I did get the cute little green rabbit. He is ceramic, and I'm thinking about putting him up on the front porch outside, but I may use him inside too. I just like that color. And no, I didn't need another rabbit, but I couldn't pass it up. I really wanted that rabbit at HomeGoods, and I looked at it and looked at it, but I already have other rabbits. So I thought, well, I'll just use the ones I have. And then I found him, and for the price, I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And then I found this Wall Pops Peel and Stick wallpaper, and it's in a really pretty print. Can you see that print there? And they show some design here with it. I thought this would be, I don't have a project for it right this minute, but I thought it would be pretty inside of a cabinet or inside of a bookcase or something like that. Or we'll just wait and hold on to it. I like the print, and see where we end up using that. Okay, then at HomeGoods. At HomeGoods, I did get the rug. We're gonna try the rug up front outside. It does have the more of a turquoisey green, but it was about the only green option that I seen that looked springy. And I do like that it has the brown in it, and I like the white in it. So I think we'll use that as our upfront rug for springtime. And I always like to look at candles at HomeGoods, and I got a really pretty candle, and it smells wonderful. And so we're gonna have a wonderful candle in the house. And finally, I did buy a book. This is not thrifted, but I did look while I was at HomeGoods to see if I could buy this book online cheaper than the HomeGood price, like at Thrifted Books or any of those thrift type places. They did have it, but it was about the same price as what it was new at HomeGoods. So this is Victoria, which I had told you about Victoria before. They do beautiful, they used to have a magazine, they do beautiful photography. And this is called Living with Roses. And you know how much I love roses. So I just could not pass this up. So let me show you some pictures, because if you're a gardener and you love roses, or if you like romantic type gardens or romantic type style, this book is going to be for you. So I'm going to show you some pictures here. Look how gorgeous that is. I can't wait to sit down and look through this page by page and get some inspiration. And when I'm looking at books, just gorgeous. When I'm looking at books, I am looking at the page, and I am looking at things in the picture of what can I incorporate in my own area? What do I like? What do I want to pull out? Do I have those items? Do I need to thrift those items to put together a look? So just gives me a lot of inspiration, and I love having especially in the wintertime, more in the wintertime, when we're inside and I'm by the fire and I've got my coffee, and sit down with a book and just get some inspiration. So this one's gonna do it. I love French style, I love European style, and I love roses. So if you're looking for a beautiful book, you're gonna wanna order yourself a copy of that. And I'll see if I can link something down below in the description for you. I'll see if Amazon or somewhere like that has it too. But it's absolutely gorgeous. So I was excited about that. And I don't usually buy many books new. I do a lot of thrifting for my books, but once I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, I've got to have that. I got to treat myself. So we are going to start working outside and pulling together the front porch area and doing a little restyle. Now the front of my porch does have an overhang on it, but it's not weatherproof. So if we get snow or rain and it blows towards the house, everything up there gets wet. So it's not like I can put stuff out there that You know, it has to be able to tolerate being outside. So it does have some protection, but it's not foolproof. So let's get going and get it styled up. And before we move up front, let's do a quick walkthrough of the back garden now that the snow is melted. So we are in March, and like I mentioned, we're in Illinois, so we don't have flowers yet, but you can see the roses are all greening up. I am starting to get a few of my spring plants are starting to shoot up in green. And I did have last week one purple crocus, but I'm not seeing it now. So we might have already lost it, but we're starting to get it. And yes, those are fake flowers. I couldn't stand it. I needed something out my kitchen window to look at. Oh, here's some purple crocus. Look at those. Now those are from last year, and I bought them in the pots already blooming about this time and used them in like arrangements. And then once they were done blooming, I planted them out in the garden and they are coming up. So I am thrilled with that. Look how gorgeous that is. Little purple crocus. So other than that, not a whole lot going out here. I do have my decor pieces, and that was one of your questions, was how well stuff would hold up outside over winter here with snow. And it's done really well. So that's done well. The little rabbit I left out all winter long, he's done well. These little columns that I got at Hobby Lobby, the actual column has done really well. On top, it is a little bit pitted, but I only paid a couple bucks for them. And I told you at that time that I didn't really care if they didn't make it. I just wanted something to look at out my window in wintertime. And so I'm fine with that. The mirror did fine being out all winter long. That I was kind of... The mirror I was wondering about. I didn't know if it would do well or not. The only thing I noticed that took a hit was this column. And I had got that in the fall from Goodwill, but somebody had painted it and you can see the paint is peeling off of it. But otherwise, up on top, it's a little pitted, but it'll be fine. It's just that paint is peeling off. So gives it kind of some character. And I've been busy out here. Last week I started cleaning up the garden and cutting off the spent hydrangeas and raking up leaves. But let's head up front now and work on the front porch.
Now for the decor items. I collected everything I thought I wanted to try out in a basket, and immediately I had two assistants. There's Chloe, our calico, and Winston, her brother, and they had to check out the baskets to make sure I had all of my decor items I needed. The first thing is a new wreath for the front door. I found this one at Hobby Lobby and added some Lily of the Valley picks to it, just to give it a little bit of color. I used stuff that I had on hand and new stuff that I thrifted and purchased. Really liked how it turned out, gave it a nice look. Thanks for hanging out with me and have a great week.